Hello to every crochet lover, my name is Dasha and welcome back to my channel. In this tutorial we are going to make these easy mittens. I made them using my sequence yarn, and yes, I know it isn't practical, but I couldn't resist add some sparkles. Besides, I wanted a matching set with my bonnet. This is absolutely beginner friendly tutorial and easy project you can finish just in one day. Last year I also crocheted mittens and created a written pattern for them, so if you prefer written instructions, welcome to my Etsy. You will find a link in the description for this video. You will need about 30 grams of main yarn, 25 grams of sequence yarn if you would like to use it, or you can just use mohair yarn. I was using mohair for my ribbon part, but for the main part I was using sequin. You will also need hook 4.5 and some stitch markers. Okay, let's start. Take your yarn and start making chains according to your wrist measurement. For my first mitten I made 10 chains for this part of my wrist. Now chain 1, and we are going to start making our ribbon. First row is going to be slip stitch row, so insert your hook into the second chain from your hook, pull up a loop, and pull this loop through the loop on your hook. Again, insert your hook into the next chain, pull up a loop, and pull through the loop on your hook. It's called slip stitch, and we are going to make 10 slip stitches until the end of these chains. When you reach the end of the row, chain 1 and turn. Now we are going to make yarn over slip stitch. All the ribbon we are going to work into the back loops only to have this stretchy effect. So after chain 1, find the back loops on your row. If you take a closer look at your row, you can see those V signs, and the part of the V signs which are facing us are the front loop, and which are not facing us are the back loops, and we are going to work specifically into the back loops only. So let's start our second row. Yarn over, insert your hook into the second chain from your hook, and pull up a loop. Now pull this loop through these two loops on your hook. You can slightly spin your hook, so it's gonna be more comfortable to crochet this stitch. Let's repeat. Yarn over, insert your hook into the back loop only, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, and now pull this loop through these 2 loops on your hook. Like this. Repeat this stitch until the end of the row. When you reach the end of the row, chain 1 and turn. Now you can see the small braid slowly showing itself. This is gonna be our right side of the ribbon. Now again, start working slip stitches until the end of the row into the back loops only. At the end of the row, again chain 1 and turn. For the next row, work yarn over slip stitches into the back loops only, again until the end of the row. Continue working yarn over slip stitches and just slip stitches rows into the back loops only until you are satisfied with your wrist width. Your ribbon should cover your wrist into the slightly stretched condition. I will make 30 rows in total. Make sure to finish making your ribbon on a yarn over slip stitch row. I have finished making my ribbon and I have made 13 rows or 50 braids if you will count like this. Now, after you finish your last yarn over slip stitch row, don't make chain 1. Instead of that, put your ribbon so the right side will face each other like this. And insert your hook into the very first chain and pull up our loop. Like this. Now connect your ribbon parts using slip stitches and inserting your hook into the back loops again. Now when you're done connecting your ribbon, turn it inside out so the right side will face us again. From this moment I will continue crocheting using the sparkling yarn with sequins to match the other mitten. The next step is going to be to make single crochet across our ribbon. You should try make 1 single crochet per 1 ribbon row. So chain 1 and start making single crochet across with the right side facing you. When you are done making single crochet across your ribbon, slip stitch into the very first single crochet. Now we are going to continue making our mitten using half double crochet rows. We are going to mix 1 half double crochet row with no increases and 1 half double crochet row with 2 increases, and so on until you reach your thumb level right here. So if you will put your hand on ready-made mitten, you can see that I reach this measurement before dividing my mitten into the main body and the thumb part. Until this point we are going to make half double crochet increases and no decreases rows. I'm gonna show you how we will make it, but don't forget to make chain 2 and turn after each half double crochet row. Prepare your stitch markers and let's start. After you finish your first single crochet row, chain 1 and turn. Work half double crochet row. So yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, through 2 loops, pull up a loop, then yarn over and pull through 3 loops on your hook. Like this. Again, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 3 loops on your hook. And this is how we are making our half double crochet. Continue making half double crochet until you reach the end of the row. When you finish your first half double crochet row, work slip stitch into the first chain 2. Then chain 2 again and turn. We have finished our first half double crochet row, and now it's time to put our stitch markers. Place your mitten like this and put 2 stitch markers on the opposite sides. These are the stitches where we're going to make increases until we reach our thumb. So now we are going to make an increase half double crochet row. Work half double crochet until you reach your first stitch marker. Now when I have reached the marked stitch, work 2 half double crochet into this stitch. 1 and 2. Don't forget to put your stitch marker back. We just made our first half double crochet increase. Now continue making half double crochet into every stitch until you reach the next stitch marker and work another half double crochet increase into this marked stitch. Then again half double crochet until the end of the row and slip stitch into the first chain 2. I'm going to make 3 more rows. Now I have finished my 5 rows and almost reached the thumb measurement, so now I can separate some stitches for the thumb and other stitches for the rest of the fingers. But first we need to place our mitten correctly. Find your seam, here is mine, and position the yarn end between the thumb and the rest of the hand. We should start making our thumb so the seam is going to be on the palm of our hand. Now you can remove the stitch markers and the stitches for the increase, and using stitch marker we are going to separate stitches for the thumb and stitches for the other fingers, like this. After you have separated your thumb stitches with a stitch marker, insert your hook into the marked stitch and pull the working loop. Chain 2 and work half double crochet row across our separated part for the fingers. And when you reach the end of the row, again work slip stitch into the 2 chain from the very beginning. Chain 2 again and turn. Now you can remove the stitch marker. And this is how we have separated stitches for the thumb. Remember how many stitches you have separate from the main part. So when you will make another mitten, you will know how many stitches you have separate again. I separate 10 stitches. At this step you can already try your mitten on, and you can see if it fitted well for your thumb and your main finger spot. You can even leave it like this, but I want to make a covered spot for my fingers. Now take your stitch markers again and mark 2 opposite stitches on our finger part. In these places we are going to make decreases every second row. We have already made one row with no decreases, so the next row of half double crochet is going to be row with decrease. So turn your work and let's start with our first decrease. I'm going to work decrease into these 2 stitches, including the marked one. Yarn over, insert a hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop. Then yarn over and insert a hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop. So you will have 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 5 loops on your hook. Remove the stitch marker and replace it. Continue working half double crochet until you reach the next stitch marker. When you reach the next stitch marker, let's make our second decrease. Yarn over, insert a hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop. Yarn over, insert a hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop. 5 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. Don't forget to replace your stitch marker. This is how we made our second and first decrease in our half double crochet. Now continue making half double crochet until you reach the end of the row. And when you reach the end of the row, work slip stitch into the first stitch of this row. Chain 2 and turn. Continue making regular half double crochet rows and rows with decreases until you will almost cover your fingers. But keep in mind that we will make 2 more rows of full decreases, so you should repeat these rows until you will almost cover your fingers minus 1 centimeter. I will make 6 more rows. I have completed my 8 half double crochet rows with decreases in the every second row, and as you can see, it almost covers my fingers. Now, after you have made chain 2 and turn, we are going to close our mitten. To do this, first we need to make 2 half double crochet decrease rows where we are going to make decrease into the every stitch. If you have an even number of stitches, just work half double crochet into the remaining stitch. Let's start our first half double crochet decrease row. Yarn over and work half double crochet decrease into the next 2 stitches. You can put a stitch marker on this first decrease. Then repeat half double crochet decrease into the next 2 stitches. And continue making half double crochet decreases until the end of this row. Since I have an even number of stitches in this row, I have 1 stitch left without a pair. So I'm just going to work regular half double crochet into this stitch. And now slip stitch into the first stitch of this row. Chain 2 and turn. You can already see how the space got smaller. For the next row, we repeat making half double crochet decreases into every stitch of this row. Now we have made 2 decrease rows, and this is what we got at the end. Some stitches are still remain open. Our next step is to sew the stitches together. I'm going to cut the sequence yarn, and also I'm going to cut a bit of this main yarn. Now take your tapestry needle, or you can just use your hook again, and close the rest of the loops. At the end you can make one small knot to secure the yarn and put the yarn tail inside of the mitten. Our mitten is almost done. Now let's finish the thumb part. Take your yarn right into this corner that we left previously. So it's like we are going to make another half double crochet into stitch where we have already made 1 half double crochet. And secure your yarn. Now chain 2. 1, 2. Work half double crochet across our temp stitches until you reach the first chain 2. And when you reach the start of the row, work slip stitch. Now work chain 2 and turn. Continue making half double crochet rows until you're satisfied with the width for your thumb. I will make 3 more rows. Now when you're satisfied with the length of your thumb section, let's make decreases into every stitch into the same way we have made it previously with our main finger part. Work half double crochet decrease into each stitch of this row. And finally, take your tapestry needle or leave your hook and start closing the remaining stitches. Secure your yarn with a small knot and hide the yarn tail in the inside out. Now don't forget to cut all the yarn tails and your mittens are done. Repeat all the steps for the second mitten and enjoy the result. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button for more tutorials. You can find the bonnet tutorial on my channel or simply click the link above. See you in the next video!